With the average sale price of a Grand Rapids area home trending near $400,000, I think it's important to take a step back and see where you can find value. Where are the homes, where are the best areas to find homes under that $400,000 mark? Well, today's video is going to walk you through my top 5 lists when it comes to areas to buy that are under $400,000 in Grand Rapids. This video is going to take you through my personal ranking of these areas, and of course it's going to be completely subjective and opinionated, of course, so hope you get some value from it. Please make sure to subscribe and hit me up at one of my contact links below. So it's important to understand, how are these areas going to be ranked? Well, I have it in amenities, appreciation, commuting, and competition in the market. And to help you research and be able to search these areas out, I've ranked these suburbs by their school district. So hopefully you find that valuable and helpful. Let's get right into it with number 5, Wyoming. Wyoming is the largest Grand Rapids suburb and also should come with the most amenities then, right? Exactly. You'll never be very far from anything you need when you live in Wyoming. You've got over 22 parks to pick from. 28th Street has everything you'll ever need, and there's tens of grocery stores just in this one area. So it's got it all, and you don't have to go very far to find it. And also, due to Wyoming being so large, they also have different service departments. Most notably, they have their own police department. That's not the case for every single suburb we'll cover here, but definitely Wyoming does, which, hey, that's very, very helpful. For appreciation opportunities, surprisingly, this area hasn't grown as much as others. The average price for the area is just over $281,000, and in my opinion, there are a couple of reasons for this. Wyoming has a lot of smaller, older starter homes that just don't appreciate like other homes that have more growth potential. To back this feeling up with some stats, of the 345 homes that have sold to date in this area, just 76 of those had 4 bedrooms or more. And my second reason is that Wyoming is full of neighborhoods already. It's nice that there are pockets of different unique neighborhoods built in different years. You get different styles, of course, but this doesn't leave a lot of room for new construction. And how Wyoming's set up, it's really set up for more commercial growth or apartment growth than it is for single family neighborhoods. So new construction has been a driving force for many Grand Rapids areas. Wyoming's just not one of them. As far as commuting goes, Wyoming is one of the best places to commute from, but that doesn't mean you're gonna get there very fast. So you'll have quick access to 28th Street, 131, 196, M6, 44th Street, and East Beltline, all the major arteries you are going to not be very far from when you live in Wyoming. There's just a lot of traffic. It's the second highest populated area around Grand Rapids. In competition in the market, due to its average sale price, Wyoming can be quite intense. It's a great area for starter homes, especially with interest rates climbing, and competition has been quite high as indicated by the days on market and sale to list price. Homes are selling an average of 10 days in Wyoming, which is super low, about cut in half from the greater Grand Rapids area, and they're selling for 4% over list price when they do sell. And in the last 12 months, we've seen an appreciation of 6.9% year over year. So the average of number of showings, which means is 15, which is 50% higher than the average around the Grand Rapids area. Number 4 is Cedar Springs. So let's talk about the amenities there. So Cedar Springs is known for its more rural feel, which shouldn't be a surprise to you that you have 10 different parks to enjoy with such a smaller populated area compared to Wyoming, which had 22. So one of the most unique features in Cedar Springs is the White Pine Trail. It connects the city of Cadillac to the city of Grand Rapids. And there is a trailhead for the White Pine Trail right in Cedar Springs. There's also the Cedar Rock Sportsplex, the Deer Tracks Junction Adventure Parks to enjoy too. And if you want some local restaurants, there are more than 10 local restaurants to choose from, including Cedar Springs Brewing Company. And don't worry, you'll be a quick drive to grocery stores and some shopping too, just not as close as other non-rural areas, of course. Now let's talk about appreciation opportunities within Cedar Springs. So as the Grand Rapids area continues to grow, we are seeing new construction extend farther outward, and Cedar Springs is no exception to this. And I wouldn't expect it to change in the future either. People also want opportunities to own land, and it's no secret as you get farther out of the city, you get more and more opportunities for land, and Cedar Springs definitely is one of those possibilities for you. In fact, Cedar Springs has had 189 sales year to date, and 135 of them have had 4/10 of an acre or more. And in fact, 99 of them have had 1 acre or more. And according to my math, that's over 50% have had 1 acre or more. So expect as things get more and more built up, appreciation should follow. Now let's talk about commuting. So if you work in the Grand Rapids area, expect your commuting to be quite the hike. And we do live in an area where there's snow, so you have that to think about as well. To the heart of Grand Rapids from the outskirts of Cedar Springs, it's nearly 30 miles, so expect it to be a good poke. And you'll just have to think about and weigh out in your own mind, what's the cost of privacy and am I willing to pay with a little extra drive? Let's get to the competition in the market. And due to the area being on the rise and more rural, you can expect there to be some competition, but it's just not like some other areas. So it takes about 20 days on average to sell a home, and they sell for about 1% over the list price when they do. And year-over-year appreciation has been quite good at 5.8%, and the number of showings depending has been around the average for the area at 10. Number 3 is the Kenowa Hills District, which is the Walker, Michigan area. That's located on the northwest side, and some of the amenities included with this area are going to be a variety of different things to do, including, as you might guess it, there's some parks. Millennium Park is the top of the list here, being one of the largest parks in the nation at 1,400 acres, including an 18-mile trail system. In addition to parks, there's also zoology, where you can explore your inner Steve Irwin, because it's a zoo specializing in reptiles, amphibians, and insects. And of course, there's Blandford Nature Center close by too. And last but certainly not least is the Walker Ice and Fitness Center, which has ice rinks and a fitness center, believe it or not. As far as appreciation goes, this is an interesting one. So look for things to stay above average here for the time being. There hasn't been a lot of new construction. There are some big neighborhoods potentially on the way in the next couple of years. So look for that to happen. If that does, we're going to see a switch flipped here for the Kenowa Hills or Walker area. There's a really good mix of city and rural living in this district. So expect things to continue to appreciate very, very well. And there's not a ton of sales to report either, which means it's fairly exclusive for the Grand Rapids area, so demand will stay high. This area would also get a pretty good commuter grade as well. You have a lot of connector roads to get into the city of Grand Rapids or north of town, along with a quick access to the lakeshore too. Just head on down Lake Michigan Drive, which, as you might guess, will lead you right to Lake Michigan. I mentioned it a little earlier, but what kind of competition should you expect here? Well, expect things to stay competitive. The 12-month appreciation has been over 7.5%, and homes are selling on average 1 to 2% over list price. And there are nearly 14 buyers for every home that is under contract. Those are really good numbers to see, all of which are above average for the Grand Rapids area. Final two, and number 2 is the Granville district. So amenities, you have to start with the Rivertown Crossings Mall. It is definitely not as good as it once was, and I don't even know if it's going to be good once as it ever was. However, it was a giant catalyst for the area being built up. Whether if you live there or not, however you feel about that, when everything was going in, it did kind of take your small town feel into a very big and busy feel. However, you can't argue with what is available available here. So near the mall, you're going to have all the normal different things you're going to be able to pick from with different chain shops and restaurants. And as you get closer to Chicago Drive, you're going to get more of the local variety of shops and restaurants. And when you visit Granville, make sure you stop by Full Circle Coffee. Excellent shop there. Next, let's talk about appreciation. And I hope you're showing some appreciation that I didn't even talk about a park with Granville. They do have them. Trust me. We've seen some really good appreciation for Granville this year, and don't expect that to slow down. It's a very desirable area, whether you like all the busyness with the Granville Shopping Center or not. It has great amenities and a really good school system. When it comes to commuting, it's on the west side of Wyoming, so it just puts you that much closer to getting out to Hudsonville, Zeeland, or the Lakeshore, and you get to take advantage of all the different networks of roads that you could in Wyoming as well. The bonus of Granville is you don't have to take 131 to get downtown. You can go on the outside and go in on 196. And even more of a bonus is the fact that there's so many businesses in Granville, you might not even have to take the highway to get to work. Now the competition, it will remain high. It has been the second highest at sale price over list price of the group at 2% of late and 1.5% for the year. And Granville has been the highest sale price of the group at $383,000. And with it being the highest sale price, there doesn't mean that there's a drop of the average number of buyers seeing homes in Granville. It's been at 12, which is above average for the area. So I would expect that Granville will not be on this same list after 2025 is through. All right, we made it finally number one. If I could, let's get a drum roll going here. Come on. Who's guessing it? Who got it right? It's going to be Jenison. Jenison is the number one choice, in my opinion, to buy a home under $400,000, and here's why. Starting with the amenities, it's a really good mix. It's really close to Granville. Also, you can take advantage of a number of opportunities and amenities from Jenison, not necessarily in Jenison. So you've got everything you need here. However, all the big ticket items that come with the big tax bill, Jenison's just a couple minute drive from those, which makes it super appealing. As far as appreciation goes, I did a pretty good deep dive in a video. We're just gonna link it up here. You can check out all the ins and outs about Jenison, but expect appreciation to remain high here. There are new construction neighborhoods sprinkling in, and of course there are many established neighborhoods that appeal to a wide variety of people. The commuting is also a breeze here too. You have close access to 196, Chicago Drive, 28th Street, 44th Street, get to the Lakeshore, downtown Grand Rapids, north of town too, in a breeze. It's a really nice area if you want to be close to the Lakeshore or downtown in under 30 minutes. As far as competition goes, between April and September of this year, homes in Jenison were selling at 3% above list price, and we've seen nearly a 10% appreciation year over year. And what used to be a well-kept secret, now Jenison is known for being a hot market here in Grand Rapids, and you'll find that there's quality built homes here at affordable prices and Georgetown Township taxes. So there's the list, the exhaustive list of my opinion, and Jenison wins the day. It's the top suburb under 400,000. If you want to send some arguments my way, I would love to hear from you. Love to hear what you want to see next, what price range, what areas. Please drop that in the comments below. I don't think you can miss on any one of these areas I covered, plus some that weren't even honorable mentions here. If you're looking to move within West Michigan, looking to move into West Michigan, please reach out to me at one of my links below. Would love to help you. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you at the next video.